Welcome to the PSR YouTube channel. Hey, I love YouTube. YouTube's awesome. It's awesome. You should become a YouTube creator. Totally. This video will get monetized. Yes.
Whoa, yeah. We're having lots of family fun now. Whoa, yeah. None of these are real guns now. Whoa, yeah. Also got a Patreon, the link is in description. Got some merch too, yeah, you know you wanna get some.
Thank you for being patient. I think we've stroked the algorithm enough for today. The video starts in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of PSR. Today we've got a first on the channel. We are doing a suppressor review. This is the Griffin Armament Optimus 6, and they sent it to me before they released it, actually. We're just getting to it now. It may be out already, but I got serial number 5. So I'm excited about that. I like 5. 5's a good number. 69 would have been better, but it's all right. I'll take it. I'll take 5. So what's special about this can? Let's open it up and take a look here. So apparently, this is Griffin Armament's very first entry into the 3D printed suppressor market. Not 3D printed plastic, but 3D printed metal. And it's 17.4 stainless. So it's a stainless steel 3D printed can. It's really cool. It comes in this little sleeve. I like a good sleeve, but this one's nice because it's paying homage to the old is that French? I don't know. Louis Vuitton, one of those European fashion brands. But it does give a nice little premium feel to the can. And speaking of cans, I heart cans. Gotta love a little sticker pack along with the suppressor. So here she is. This is the hub version of their can. I think there are other versions you can get too, but I wanted the hub one so that I could, use it with different adapters and such. I have not fired this can yet, so I'm really excited to check it out. It is a higher flow can. Theoretically, you shouldn't get as much gas in your face when you're shooting it. From what I hear, it's quite quiet for being the high flow can. So this should be really exciting. What we've done is we've outfitted these two pistols, technically, chambered in 5.56. I love that look. It's sick. Kind of like a little bit of a flash device on the end, although I don't think this is going to give much flash to begin with. It's not a titanium can, not going to give you the sparks that a titanium can gives you. And it is 3D printed. The baffles, the internal parts, 3D printed. This is full auto rated. We do have something special in here, which I'll talk about in a sec, but we've outfitted these two guns with Griffin Armament's muzzle devices, which are set up to be used with this interface here on the back of the suppressor. We got their compensator right here. This is a PSA upper, which I fitted with a Midwest Industries rail. This is their rail that's set up to be used with a front sight post style AR. Looks so sick. It's like modernized M-lock using the front sight post. I think it looks sick. And we got the KCI 21 rounders in here. I'm really excited to check these out. I've never shot the 21 round KCIs. So that's their compensator. Right here, we have the PSR 15. This is a product offered by Bad Attitude Department, who does all of my merch. If you're interested in getting a t-shirt or hat or patches, Bad Attitude Department is the place to go. There is a link in the description for the merch. And they happen to also, make these, which are very similar to another brand in terms of aesthetics and looks. Won't say who it is, but maybe you could guess. Got the Die-Frico grip on here. We got the Duramag to kind of match the gray vibes. We got some B5 Systems M-lock little rail covers here. We also got the Tiger Claw from Die-Frico. I got the SBA 3 on here, which I kind of chopped a little bit. It's a brace. We still have the strap on there and everything. Of course, the strap on's important. And this is the A2 style kind of flash hider from Griffin. So we got the two Griffin muzzle devices on here. These are the guns we're going to be shooting today. Ideally, if you're suppressing an AR, PSR, it's really nice and manageable when you have a suppressor on the end to have something like a 12.5 or an 11.5. This is a 10.3, I believe, or 10.5 on the PSA, and then this is a 11.5. As far as the triggers in here, this is the Tacon 3MR. It is a 3-position, but it's not anything fun. However, this one is the Atrius 3-position forced reset system, and this thing should be a lot of fun to shoot. Given that this can is full auto rated, we're gonna test it in this shorty by giving her a lot of piss downrange. We're going fast mode, and we're going iron sights on this, just kind of basic setup. We do have the KAK K-Spec bolt carrier group in here, and it'll be kind of interesting. Maybe we can do some testing to see if we actually get any less gas in our face with the K-Spec versus non-K-Spec Bad Attitude PSR BCG in our PSR 15. Let's put the suppressor on here. So as far as mounting goes, I really like the taper thread mounts as opposed to, like, for example, the Dead Air Chemo. It's a locking ratcheting system, and in my opinion, the Dead Air Xeno is superior because you just twist it on. This is a little bit of both of those systems, which I like. All right, so we're gonna put this on and we're gonna screw it until it stops. Now it's on there tight, and now we're gonna lock it in by just pushing up and down. So now that thing is locked in there really nice. That's not going anywhere, which is ideal. Another important thing, this is called the Optimus 6. I didn't mention this before, but it is rated for 6mm arc, so it's got just a tiny bit of a bigger hole, 6mm versus 5.56. Most of the people are going to be shooting 5.56 223 out of this. I don't have a 6mm arc gun, but maybe we can change that in the future and do some testing with this thing. All right, what do you say we dump a mag and give her shit through Optimus 6? I can kiss it now because it's not hot. All right, let's do it. Before we get into the rest of the video, I gotta thank the channel sponsor for PSR, and that is Aves Engineering. Guys, if you are into squirted projects like, for example, the Mac Daddy or the Mac and Cheese, or even squirted glizzies, you're gonna love Aves because I got all the rails for your squirted glizzies and Mac uppers for all of your squirted Mac projects, or just regular Mac stuff too. Never in a million years, use PSR for 10% off your entire order. I wanna thank Aves from the bottom of my heart for sponsoring this channel. One more thing, we do have the Midwest rear sight on here, which I really like the look of, but yeah. Let's try her out here. Nice. Wow, that's super smooth. Wow, hitting 100 yards with the irons. Let's see how loud it is with the ear pro off. This is, like I said, 10.3 or 10.5, whatever. So it's gonna be short barrel. Oh wow, that's actually really quite good. Damn. Wow. I can shoot that without ears. Damn. All right, well, third position time. Let's give her the rest of the mag in fast mode, eh? Dude, that is really good as far as the sound goes. Holy shit. Now I'm curious to see what it sounds like on our PSR 15 because we got a little bit longer barrel. Maybe it'll be a little bit quieter. Let's try it. We've got 20 rounds, 5.56 through our Optimus 6. Really great tone, but we got to get this off because I want to try it on the 11.5. So this is the perfect time to tell you about the hot box from Moonlight Industries. This is sick because it not only is like a nice little pouch for your suppressors, but it's like a heat wrap. It's like what you would put on the end of a suppressor as like a suppressor shield, but instead it's in this box, so it's really easy to take off. ECC gloves also help. I could just grip it with my hands, but I'm going to do it the responsible way. Just like that. Hot can. Also, never in a million years, use code PSR at Moonlight Industries. They make this chest rig as well. Love their stuff. Tell them PSR sent you. Use that code PSR. So we tried it on the 10.5. We're gonna put it on our PSR 15. Nice. I'm curious if this is any quieter coming out of a slightly longer barrel. Let's do it. Nice. Let's try it without ears. Guys, that's really quiet for a 5.56 can. I'm impressed. I am very impressed. Can I bump fire it? That's a question. Answer is yes. Nice. I noticed in shooting the first 2 mags out of each of our separate guns that I was not getting any gas to my face. It's really, really good. So let's see. I'm gonna do a mag dump with this thing. Gonna see if we can get any gas in our face, see what it is. So let's try it. Mag dump time. Wow, okay. I mean, that's just crazy. I'm not wearing any ear pro and it's 5.56 short barreled and it's totally manageable. Like not getting any ringing in my ears or anything. And the gas, definitely less than a traditional back pressure suppressor. Towards the end, I started to like get a little bit of odors of gas, but it was not making my eyes water or anything. It was really, really nice. That is optimal out of our Optimus 6. All right, the final test I want to do with the Optimus 6 is put it up against another 5.56 can. Now, I want to show the kind of differences between something you get with a high flow can versus something with a traditional baffle design and a little bit more back pressure. It doesn't say that it's worse, it's just going to be different. Now, the non-high flow cans are going to be quieter, just based on the design. However, you do get a little bit more gas. So we've got the AB suppressors A10 inside this MCX Virtus that I've absolutely just torqued to shit here. This thing's got every gadget you could want on it. We got the light, we got the laser, we got the switches, and we got this brand new Dot-Tronics. I think it's called the EHS1. It's a holographic sight, which is really exciting. Sweet tucked handguard from Midwest Industries. It's sick. And we got the True North Concepts vertical grip on here. All right, let's see with a full mag how gassed out we get with this, and then we're gonna try our Optimus 6 on here. Let's do it. All right, here we go with the ABA10. Seeing how this thing does. Seeing how much gas I get back. 3, 2, 1. Definitely got some gas. Let's try the Griffin. Oh, damn. That looks pretty sick. It's a little bit longer than the AB, but damn, that looks hot. All right, let's see how she does. FRT mode with the Griffin this time. See if there's any noticeable difference in gas. Here we go. Wow. Wild. Less gas for sure in my face, but also definitely better cyclic rate. Way easier to manage. Impressive. That is very different because with that high flow energy, it's a less back pressure, so it's not coming back quite as violently. So it's probably doing less wear on the gun, but also way easier to control, not so fast. That's the benefits of a higher flow suppressor. Now, if you had like a gun that was like needed higher back pressure, then definitely run a higher back pressure can, because some guns, depending on how they're gassed, you know, with the DIARs and stuff, those are gonna need more gas sometimes if it's not gassed properly, or if it's under gassed, then a higher back pressure can is necessary. But for this gun, this can is perfect. That cyclic rate was just chef's kiss. All right, so some conclusions about our Griffin Optimus 6. I really enjoyed shooting this thing. Could shoot it all day without ears, which I can't say about every 5.56 suppressor, especially with that higher flow technology involved in the can. This looks so sick on this MCX Virtus 11.5 SD with the Midwest rail. I just think this looks awesome. And as we saw in the video, it performed excellently when it comes to cyclic rate and both gas in my face when compared to a more traditional back pressure suppressor. Everything is going to depend on your setup, what you want to run, but for this gun, this can works awesome. Another thing I noticed about this can when shooting it with our shorter barrel 5.56 offerings, both the PSR 15 and that PSA 10.5, it really didn't affect the cyclic rate when we had it on the FRT mode. It still was, in my opinion, just gassed just right, and the recoil was soft. Like I said, the tone on this thing is really great, especially for the high flow nature of the design of this thing. I did run into a little bit of an issue with getting the dual lock interface off of my muzzle device. So I actually had to remove the muzzle device from the gun with the dual lock actually still engaged, and I told Griffin about the issue and they got back to me and they sent me 2 of these wrenches, which helped tremendously. I was able to just easily get it off with their little tool here, which I just kept on the muzzle device and put it in my vise. There is that, because I'm so used to using Dead Air's Xeno system, which I really like that system. Xeno, you are just using taper threads, similar like the Plan B system. This uses taper threads and the locking system, and I think I probably just torqued it a little too hard, which you actually don't need to do. It's more of just kind of like you get it snug and then you use that locking system to lock it in. So that's probably my bad. I will say, if you're going to use this system, just putting a little bit of anti-seize on it probably be fine. I do really like the system. It just, once you get used to like using a certain muzzle device on your guns, like I use the Xeno system, I kind of just like have muscle memory of just torquing the shit down like as hard as I can, because that's just taper threads. I think if you're gonna run a specific set of muzzle devices and you're gonna get married to it, if you've got a bunch of suppressors and you don't wanna have to like swap these rear adapters out, then you're gonna wanna like choose one and go with that. That's the way I kind of do it, because I have so many different suppressors on so many different guns. I like to just run one system because I have a bunch of the muzzle brakes for it. So choose wisely, I guess. And I do really like this system though. So that is a note. And we have the direct thread adapter because I just direct threaded it onto the MCX here. But I think overall, if you're into a single, 5.56 6mm can, I think this is a great option. Really like that I didn't get a ton of gases back in my face. I like that it's hub compatible. You can put whatever kind of muzzle device system that you want on it, and that's awesome. Also, I think it's pretty cool that Griffin Armament reached out and they said, hey, we did this 3D printed can. Would you want to do a video on it? I think that's really neat that they thought of me. This is provided to me free of charge, so there is that. However, if it was a bad can, I probably wouldn't put out a video on it. So I'm really impressed with this thing, and I just like the aesthetics of it. The weight of it is just pretty much average for like a stainless can. It's not super light, it's not titanium. With that said, the sound, in my opinion, really excellent, especially out of this kind of middle size kind of can. It's not super short like a K can, but it's not super long and heavy. It's a really nice size. So that's my review on the Griffin Optimus 6, guys. I would love to get a 6mm gun to actually try it with, because I've actually never shot 6mm arc, so that's definitely a goal of mine, to get a 6mm gun. If you enjoyed the video, guys, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support me in this channel, I have a Patreon. It's in the description. Early access to content, access to my music, etc. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Real zoomed. Nice. Oh yeah. Oh, that's buttery B-roll right there. That's what I'm talking about, Pookie. Oh, dick. Look at her. Oh, she's torqued.
Stop!
All right, okay.